first of all, do you watch the game today? Do you like the game? And how do you feel about the kind of extinction of the old school center position?
I'm not happy with either. I'm just not happy with either. I understand it's a whole marketing mechanism behind it with the elimination of the hand checking, the backing in the post. But I think it becomes one-dimensional right now. I mean, just this morning, I believe I checked the NBA games. I do check it still. And I think the Portland Trailblazers shot 55 threes last night, 55 threes as opposed to 35 twos. And that just becomes difficult to watch. And then of the 35 twos, I didn't watch the game, but I can imagine there were some long twos as well. So the post-up game is they do not necessarily go to Enes Kanter in the post. They don't go to anybody in the post really. So and that's just an example because I saw it this morning. But I find the NBA harder and harder to watch, to be honest. And I understand that young people watching your shows probably, here's one of them old guys again talking about the old times. But I think and I'm in no position to advise Adam Silver or anybody with the NBA, but I think if you adjust some rules back to where there's a two-dimensional attack possible, at least, to where post play and big guys are rewarded, or where it becomes more efficient to go to big guys on the post, that the game becomes more attractive in the long run.
Mm-hmm. And is it? I would have to agree with you. And I talked to a few legends, for example, and Hall of Fame players. Specifically, I remember Dino Radja saying exactly the same, things, but in the same message, but in different words. Do you think it's happening because we just simply don't have dominant players like, Shaq, Olajuwon, or, David Robinson, players that are, just dominating the game, or is it just because of three-pointers?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's the former. It's rather the latter. It's the adjustment of the correction. What the NBA thought the correction of the rules, where they reasoned probably that the non-hand checking rule, the non-backing in, would create more space, which it does obviously, and would create more star power, which it also does. So from a marketing perspective, you cannot fault the NBA at all. I mean, since these rules have been changed, the NBA has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. My worry is that it will have a backlash in the end and have some sort of a correctional nature, and somehow we have to get back to that. Now, do I believe that these guys don't exist anymore? No, not at all. I think there are. I don't know about Shaq's, but there are big guys that can play on the block. Definitely. I mean, we have Joel Embiid right now, who who 15 years ago would live on the block only. Yeah, but also he has a tendency to gravitate towards the 3-point line and do other things. That's not necessarily his fault. That is the way the NBA is right now, and that spread the court sort of thing. Also, him drawing away the defender for other guys to get to the rim if they don't shoot threes. Is analytically more effective at this point. So unless that is changed, teams will not change this.
So we have to go back. We have to go back to hand checking.
I think the physicality of 15 years ago was a major for me. I'm just speaking of myself. The physicality of the game 15 years ago, and maybe even 20 years ago, was for me a charming factor and a reason to watch the NBA more so than today.